So this is going to be a head-to-head comparison with two of the best earbuds pretty much in the world. Okay, these are the high-end premium earbuds, and I have all kinds of different earbuds, but to me these are the two best. So this is going to be the versus, which I think is best. Now, as far as battery life, okay, by the way, these are Gemini 2s from Devialet, and these are the FoKus Rex5s from Noble. Okay, as far as battery life, you have to give it to the Noble. These have about 7 hours without, any noise canceling. This only gives you about 5. So as far as battery life, can't go wrong with this. This gives you 40 hours with the case and about 22, if I remember correct. So much better battery life for these. As far as comfort, now these are both very comfortable. Even though these Nobles are bigger, these were really comfortable in the ear as well. I would just give a little edge, more to the DVLA Geminis because they're just smaller, and you really, I mean, you don't feel these as much as well, but you really don't feel these at all in your ear because they're smaller. But so I would give it to the Geminis, but just by a slight margin because of size. But the Nobles are actually pretty comfortable even though they're bigger. So as far as talking on the phone, the Nobles will win because the Devialet Gemini 2s are just extremely horrible. I mean, as far as the microphone, probably the worst microphone to make phone calls for such a high-end earbud. You would think it would be real good for making phone call, but it's not. Definitely, Nobles are excellent for making phone calls, so round goes to Noble. Connectivity. Sometimes the Geminis will actually cut in and out. So if you're going to be in a gym and there's lots of Bluetooth and interference, you might have an issue with that. So Nobles will win on this. The connectivity was flawless. As far as the app, I think that the Devialet Gemini 2s are just much more cleaner looking, more easier to use, and it has features where you could actually turn on or off the auto pause when you take the earbud out of the ear. So if you don't like that feature, you could just turn that off right from the app. So the app, you will have to give it to the Devialet Gemini 2. That doesn't mean that there's something bad with the Noble, but these are way better. As far as noise cancellation, they're both great. Can't knock any of these for in the noise cancellation. I would give it more toward the DVLA Gemini 2s. To me, I think they blocked out just a bit more sound. Very like, nitpicky here, like splitting hairs, because the Nobles are great, but I would just give that to the Geminis. So as far as aesthetics, this just depends on you. If you want something more flashy, because this is shiny and it has gold, then you would definitely give it to the Nobles, because this is more like kind of hidden and minimalistic. But that's up to you. I personally like the minimalistic style. Last but not least, the sound. So if you have like Bose or Sony or any other earbud and you've never listened to DVLA Gemini 2s, the Nobles will top all of them. Like these sound unbelievable. But once you hear the Gemini 2, you would understand there is no earbud that could top it as far as sound. DVLA has mastered a way to keep the deep, pure bass, but also with zero distortion and having the crystal clear highs where you can hear breaths and even like pin drops. Okay, so like it's just super crystal clear, but had the most unbelievable bass because this goes below frequencies of the human ear, so you actually feel the bass. And that's why I think that the battery life on this is not good because they probably utilize a lot more power because of the deep bass on that. So, but if you're asking for what's the best overall earbud, it would have to be the Noble because if you're making phone calls, this is not it. If you want to have long battery life, that's not it. You might have some connectivity issues, at the gym, or if you have other, that happens sometimes. So this is the overall winner as far as like having overall. But if you're asking me which one I choose, it's the DVLA. Like I don't care about phone calls. I don't care about any of that. The battery, I can always charge it. What I care about is the sound, and the sound is just on another level. So I would pick this one, but that's just me. Anyway, if you like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want either or, I'm going to have these in the links in the description and pinned comments. And thanks for all the new subscribers. Love you guys and girls. Big huggies to everybody. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And also like the video. If you want the product shown, just click the link in the description.